roses aren't red, the violets aren't blue. I'm worried my breakfast was partially poo. It's day 2, and while I was hoping that I would wake up from this nightmare back home in suburbia, I think we all knew that wasn't going to happen. Today we're off to find some minions, because it'd be nice to start a farm, and I have no intention on doing the work myself. First, I think I'm going to need to be a little bit more protected. And with this being survival, let's do armor fairly early. Let's see what I can do with what I have here. Alright, so I've upgraded a couple pieces of armor. I do believe... What does that give me for defense? Almost nothing, but not literally nothing, which is better than what I had before. So, you'll notice the gear that I was wearing, the chest piece and the shoulder pad have disappeared. I'm still wearing them. They still have weight, but all that the mod has done is make them invisible. So they still have the same effect, they still have the same weight, you just don't see. Without being able to pause the game for the Pip-Boy, grenades are kind of a liability. So what I am going to do is I'm going to have a bin somewhere where I'm going to keep a set of the best vanilla armor I've been able to put together so far in the game. And I'm going to use that as a benchmark, as you were. You saw my health pop up, which means that there's an enemy nearby. If I'm using modded gear, it's allowed to be as good as what I have in that bin, but not better. I'm not going to hit that at all. I'm just going to be wasting ammo and bats. That's a bit better. Now let's try. You gonna run away again? It's the second time that thing has run away from me. Okay. So what I'll do if the modded gear winds up weighing less than the vanilla gear set, I will make a pipe pistol or something that weighs basically the difference. So I'll have to carry that around and I'll name it something like weight. And that will represent the difference in weight, and I'm not allowed to use it as a weapon. So functionally, whatever I'm doing with mods won't be better than what I'd have at that point in the game anyway. That's the short of how I'm going to be handling that. Okay, let's go free some minions. Well, that's different.
No more British occupation. Join our side. No more British occupation.
Well, I don't think that'll wind up being a problem.
Join our side.
You know, let me reload the game at this point and see if that fixes. No, it's still bugged. Oh well. We'll live with it.
Show your face. Come on. To England with you. Have your tea back, you chicken apes. I'm a crowd. Only a
I love this liberal interpretation of what happened at the Boston Tea Party.
Let's send these crates back to London, boys.
Oh, I saw you.
No sign of them now.
Yeah, that means you should just walk back out that door. So, I am running mods that skip the lockpicking and hacking mini-games. I'll still need the perk points to do the mini-games, but, you know, the mini-games... We've all played Bethesda games for so long that they've kind of lost their magic, and they're not very difficult. After doing them enough times, I just lost interest. Again, though, I'll still have to actually
Got
unlock
it.
like advanced lockpicking and all that stuff to be able to use them, but the mini games themselves. Do you guys really want to sit there and watch me do the hacking mini game for 2 or 3 minutes every single time? I'm guessing no. And I don't feel like doing them, so we're not going to. Ooh, another bar. Is that better than mine? Oh, nobody has ammo for it. Pretty sure that's the same as mine, but we can pick it up and drop it if. Oh, that pipe pistol is okay. Let's take a look. Is that bar better than mine? It's literally identical, but what we should be doing is making favorites. Stimpack to 5 and purified water to 6. Okay. Although I do believe at this point this is still my best option.
I'm telling you, man, let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Should have had that conversation 5 seconds ago. That's worth money. That's not better than what I have, and it's not worth enough to worry about. Oh, but I did pick up some stuff, so did... Ah, yes. Every little bit at this point in the game is so valuable. Anything good? Is that better than... I bet that's better than what I have right now. I could use a snack. Okay, let's have a snack. I forgot to bring food. Oh well. Guess we're not gonna have a snack. Is this better? 43. Oh, right. 26 pounds. Well, we can use it for now, but we're dropping it. So there's a variant of... Yeah, you see how this bar is fully loaded, but it's getting dropped fairly quickly, so... How are we doing for weight? 109 out of 160, so we're good for the moment. Now, this particular corner can be really brutal.
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you. Come on, man, they ain't going no... Huh? No need to hide. It'll all be over.
Oh, that's a flag. So, the gun does seem overpowered, but keep in mind that it does come from the raiders will have them, although it looks like in this case they didn't. If it weren't on the what's called the leveled lists, then I wouldn't be using it, at least not this early in the game. But since the enemies can have them, I figured it does actually make it more interesting in that I can die very quickly if I come across one of these guys with a bar. Speaking of which, I mean, they're valuable, so we'll take it, but that'll probably wind up getting sold as well. So as per my rules, once I've been through a place, I can't go back through it for loot, so what I have to do now before I go and visit the unnamed minions is loot this place, and I think I will start at the bottom and redo my route, and I'm going to jump ahead to that. Alright, so that's looting done. Let's go say hi.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
I'm just passing through.
Fair enough. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Maybe.
And those raiders want us all dead, including you.
Nope.
Something about Garvey makes him talk very slowly. I'm not sure if that's a mod conflict, but I need my minions, so I will pretend to care.
Please, go on.
A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. First it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Sounds like you need someone else calling the shots.
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
Thanks.
Maybe.
It's good to meet someone who
Nope.
really cares.
That's me.
Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell her.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
So what's the solution?
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC. A standardized fusion core. Your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when.
Oh,
We know right where
right.
to find one.
That.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement. Locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
There we go.
So there is a bobblehead in this room. I'm
Careful.
gonna call the bobbleheads exempt from
Something
the
coming.
rules of the playthrough because I do want to min-max them,
It's
which means that you don't pick up bobbleheads until you already have 10 points in the special. That gives you 11 instead of the regular 10. Yada yada. Just checking if there's anything else to take before I head upstairs. I don't believe there is. Ooh, wonder glue. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Holotape that I will never wind up listening to. And what is this? Why, it's power armor. Now this wouldn't be a surprise to my character if you recall from the opening of the game. Power armor was invented before the war. Okay.
Hold on. We've got company.
Up here. Boss! We got somebody up here!
Something. Come on, you. Something about mod conflict. It might have something to do with immersive HUD. I don't get an actual aiming reticule. I don't seem to be hitting anything except the ledge in front of me. Oh, it's because I'm crouched. Dog, would you not stand right there? Still not hitting anything but the ground in front of me. Is that guy already dead? Oh, I'm shooting at a corpse. I'm really not showing off this minigun very well, am I? So, realistically, early in the game, the minigun's actually pretty bad. Until you actually spec into it a little bit, you're really not going to get much in the way of performance out of it. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to show a demographic that might be skeptical of whether or not this is their type of game, that there will be this kind of action later in the game. You're not going to get much use out of the power armor early in the game because it runs on fusion cores. Also, power armor is going to be subject to the same rules as as I stipulated before. If I get out of a power armor or walk away from it, I can't use it anymore. It's gone.
Looks like we ran them off. You're waiting, asshole!
I'm already through the minigun. Wow.
I got places to be!
So you see the immersive HUD that I have installed. I don't get a hit marker unless it's a headshot or a kill. I kind of like that. Kind of like not knowing these things for sure.
Still waiting,
Okay,
asshole!
where is this guy? Well, gotta rush. Now, if you've ever played Fallout 4 before, you know this is where you want to fight the death claw. You don't stand a chance this early in the game outside. I feel a little parched. Yeah, that's my primary concern right now. Well, that was ridiculous. Okay, with that thing finally killed, let's go figure out where this last guy is. Ooh, this another gun that'll show up in leveled lists. Let's see, I have to drop something though.
I'm fine, Preston. Quit fussing.
Hey there.
That was a pretty amazing display.
I disagree.
I'm just glad you're on our side.
You guys gonna be okay now?
Let's be friendly
Yeah.
enough.
For a while, anyway. We can at least move someplace. Listen, when we first met, you said you were just passing through. Well, maybe this will help you reconsider. Ain't much, but it's the best we can do. And you've earned it.
I'll take what I can get.
Spoken like a true merc. Well, if you ever feel like fighting for something other than yourself,
No.
you should meet up with us in Sanctuary. I could use someone like you. Someone who can get things done.
And I could use someone like you who could do my farming for me.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I
There's
immediately
more
dislike
to
you.
your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it, and I know your pain.
Yeah.
Don't give me that destiny crap.
I just saw you go toe-to-toe with a 20-foot-tall irradiated lizard. You telling me you can't keep an open mind after that?
No.
It's all right, Preston. Not everyone understands the sight. But I don't need you to believe. I just need you to listen. You're a woman out of time, out of hope. But all is not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
Bullshit. You're trying to play me for a fool.
Oh, no, kid, no. The sight's sometimes foggy, but it ain't ever a liar. Your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City. The biggest settlement around.
That's vague.
Look, kid, I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later. The sight will paint a clearer picture.
No, Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill you.
But shush, Preston, we're all gonna die eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new friend here, she's...
I have a small feeling that those guys are going to take the better part of 45 minutes walking the 300 meters to Sanctuary. So I think I'm going to head to the shop. So the site in Follow games, and in other Follow games, it does come up, but it's more of a passing interest sort of story. It sits on the periphery of the regular story, never actually becomes something that you wind up interacting with. I kind of like the way that it's done in the other Follow games, where it is just another curiosity of the wastes. In this, they kind of put it right in front of you, and I think something is lost in the process. And if you ignore it, it never comes up again. If you pay a lot of attention to it, it gives you a bunch of vague hints that you'd be able to put together yourself anyway. So I'm probably never going to talk to Mama Murphy again. Okay, so coming up on the Drumlin Diner, because whole bunch of stuff to sell. First and foremost, though, let's level up. And what should we be looking at doing right now? So we got armor, we got strong back, we got local leader. Let's pistols are going to be an absolutely huge part of this playthrough because of their weight. So let's get pistols moving up. And since we effectively won't be able to keep it, let's go ahead and sell all the stuff off this power armor.
Hey,
Yeah,
Carla.
barter with me
Need to
quickly
pick
so
something
before I
up?
break my leg.
It's pretty long from here.
Sure. Let's take a look.
I got a little bit of everything.
Okay, that's Carla cleaned out of caps. And
Thanks for helping us out with Trudy.
still
You
over
did
encumbered.
good. Now, let's talk business.
Yeah, let's talk quickly.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You got needs, I got product.
And what I do wish is it showed you your current weight level in this screen. It's a pity it doesn't. Oh. Am I still? I'm still over encumbered.
Yeah, I got a store to run here. You gonna buy?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's take a look.
A little bit of everything.
All right. A little bit of shopping done, and a whole bunch of inventory put away, or sold more specifically. Let's see. Do we have any food? No, we'll have. Oh. Yeah. I guess we're eating those. Did I need water? I do need. Oh. Shouldn't be wasting water though. I did manage to pick up a mute fruit, and that is handy because I don't know of any growing in the area, and I will be able to have my minions planted for me. Which way? I think it's this way. So I am used to playing without the mod that puts all these trees in here. I love the way it looks. I think this really adds a lot to the game. And 200 years after a nuclear war, you would actually expect the forest to have grown back. As much as 50s and 60s science gave us the impression that the world would be dead for tens of thousands of years after a nuclear war. I suppose if it was bad enough, it could be, but you'd have to turn the planet into a chunk of obsidian to wipe out all life, This is a very realistic impression of what it would wind up looking like. Society might still be struggling. Although realistically, after 200 years, society probably would have completely managed to rebuild itself. It would be different. It would definitely be different, because there'd still be radiation, but to think that it would still be a dead society like this, I think is a little unreal. But hey, it's a fun video game, right? So I'm willing to do a bit of suspension of disbelief in that vein. Am I going in the right way still? Ah, I am indeed. I'm so used to the map being something I know like the back of my hand.
I'm glad you
So it'll,
decided
it'll
to
be
come
kind of
with us.
nice
I should have
for it
listened
to
to
be
Mama
different.
Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
If you're willing to work for it, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only owner. I don't
Yeah,
really want to go through the whole
I used to like
backstory with
living here
Preston. We're already
before the war.
aware of
What
it,
do you
so
mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
having it all rehashed doesn't really do anything.
Forget I said anything. I don't want to talk about it.
No worries. We've all got our past to deal with. I don't need to know anything you don't want to tell me. Anyway, I am glad you're here, and I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere.
Do they
The
have
only
a
chance to
farm?
start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
It's sort of how quests work, so okay.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Okay, so that's another level up. Probably makes sense to match that last one with Rifleman.
Come on. You ever seen one of those suckers before?
Oh,
You willing to do some
sure,
work?
Plenty. One time, I killed a deathclaw all by myself. No power armor, a fancy minigun, just a pipe pistol and one bullet.
That totally helps the credibility of everything else you're saying. One mute fruit will eventually grow to many. Now for the important part. Yeah, you are a farmer for the rest of your life. Guess what? So are you. And you can magically watch over 3 different guard posts at the same time.
Hey, Codsworth.
Miss Lincoln, welcome back, Mum. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
Yes, they're already working the fields. Nope, nothing useful.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
You know, I'd be surprised if Codsworth couldn't actually take on Mr. Gutsy. I bet you could. Yeah, we are gonna take
Would you like to?
As you wish, Mum.
We are going to do all the
Yes, of course.
the companion
Lead the
stuff,
way, Mum.
except the dog.
Not to worry there, pup. Your mistress is in good hands.
I like the stories behind the companions. I feel leaving it out is a bit much. They can be a little bit overpowered.
Sanctuary.
In that they're immortal. You know, something being immortal can be a bit overpowered, but overall,
You're very
they don't
handy, Mum.
they don't
And
ruin
I
the
should
overall
know.
playthrough or anything, in my opinion. And so, day 2 draws to a close, and it seems there is some semblance of society returning to my former suburban neighborhood. I'm no longer wondering where my next meal is
willing
going
to
to
do
be
some
coming
work?
from. No. These people desired hope, and I was willing to give it to them in exchange for menial labor. And it is heartwarming to know that in this world where there are no laws, there is still a place for a lawyer.
Help out or get lost.
Good night, everyone.